If you've been following us on TikTok, you know we've been doing these 1-minute website reviews of churches that request a 1-minute website review where we go through and find the things we like and we don't like on their church website. If you don't follow us on TikTok, why not do it right now? Seriously, pause the video and please just go give us a follow. We'll link it below if that is helpful. One of our churches reached out and said, hey, we're feeling left out. Why haven't you reviewed our church yet? Now, we actually have a bunch of churches still on our list to review, and we have written out what we're going to say, just haven't filmed them yet. So stay tuned. It is coming. But St. Luke's Indy, we love you all so much. We just had to give you a little bit more than 1 minute. We figured, why not try doing a 1-minute church website review on YouTube, which will probably be more like a 5-minute church website review. We'll see how this goes. So as I said, we love and respect St. Luke's Indy, St. Luke's United Methodist Church. We follow them on multiple social media platforms and highly recommend that you do as well. Have loved the people that we've connected with already, and I'm looking forward to this website review. So we start off on their homepage here. When I type in stlukesumc.com, I'll link that below if you want to check it out yourself. And this amazing video, like this is very high quality recording, just little clips of the life of their community, whether it's worship, whether it's fun, whether it's service, preaching. We've got it all here, and it's really engaging. I mean, I'm a video person. I love video, but I'm looking at it right now and I'm just like, wow, this is just like, I could sit here and watch this for a while. So kudos to you. I always love that like moving background, very engaging, just to see visually. But this is just really well made. So video, thumbs up. I have to tell you, when I got here, so first of all, we've got inclusive, justice seeking, loving like Jesus. That's great. You know, puts their values right out there, and we know what's important to this church. Love that. And I love the values here. I have to tell you though, the buttons confused me. Like I wasn't sure what was going to happen when I clicked them, particularly the I love my city one. Now I think it's cool. I think it's great whenever we mix it up. Like we don't just put, you know, the typical things that would be on a button. So maybe there is a little mystery. I think that's great. But I love my city. Personally, I thought that the options were see for myself, so I can go to St. Luke's and see for myself with my eyes, or I love my city. Like I love where I'm at, and I'm not gonna move to St. Luke's Indy area physically, so I am gonna engage online. Like I love my city, but I want to still connect with St. Luke's. I kind of thought it was like online options is what I was going to find, but when I click on it, I realized this is a serving opportunity or serving opportunities that we can participate in, which is amazing. Like this is an event. September 17th is coming up. That's respectable, and I love the name of it, but I do have to tell you, I was confused when I saw the buttons. So cool, but confusing. See for yourself, that's kind of what I'm talking about as far as like, it doesn't just say like, see more or something. It's like, see for yourself. I was like, okay, cool. And then of course, in who we are, I love that they're including the verbiage that they're including. They're very clear. You know, we're open, affirming, inclusive, anti-racist. Like these are all, like you can think of them as buzzwords, but they mean something to people. That's why that they come up so often, right? And hopefully if you're using them on your church site, you are using them knowing what they mean and really having had those conversations before you just put them on your site. Expect to see diversity at St. Luke's in age, gender, ethnicity, sexual orientation, socioeconomic status, life experience. Cool. Very good, like informative. I think that's very helpful. Again, as a video-minded person, I'm going to tell you, when I saw this was 5 minutes, I was like, ooh, that's a little long. And then when it started with, you can't hear it because I didn't put the audio on, but in 1952, and here's like pictures and a voiceover, and like that is great information. And for new people, it might be very cool to like see the history of your community and learn more about that. But I would make that more of like a history portion of the video, or history video. You know, whether you want to cut it up or whether you just want to make this the background video, history video. Honestly, I think I got like 30 seconds in and I was like, all right, my attention's gone. So just know, if you're gonna put a video on your site, especially under like who we are, you want to keep that short, engaging. Like the first thing I want to see is someone talking to me, and I want to learn about the church right away. What's important to them? Who are they? I know you just said this, but that's a lot of text, and not everyone's going to read it. Not everyone's going to pick up on, the buzzwords, the important words, as much as they would if they had a video that really just had someone kind of laying it out for them. So I did not watch this whole thing. Maybe we get there and it's really engaging, but the beginning of it just seemed more like a history kind of video, and I was like, I'm not going to watch this. So if I'm not going to watch this, maybe it's not going to get the engagement from website visitors that you would want. All right, random, but as I scrolled down this page, I did notice that something sometimes called the junk drawer of a website, like you just kind of throw all the information at the bottom. Not that that's bad, that's just kind of what it is and what it's called sometimes. This looks very clean. Like, I have to give you props for the junk drawer looking very organized. We've got our social media. We got TikTok. Definitely follow them on TikTok if you have not already. Follow us too. Again, if you haven't, you'll see more website reviews. Quick links, which is really great, especially if someone's interested in a career or just a wedding and a funeral. I don't want to know at your church. I just want to get married at your church, or I want to bury someone at your church, whatever it is. And then, of course, the different campuses, like that could be confusing, but I think the information is very clear here. And so I just kudos for the clean junk drawer. Not everybody has a clean junk drawer. All right. Questions being answered. Where was that? I think it was what to expect. Yeah. So, an I'm new page or a what to expect page, very important for any faith community, because most of your website visitors are folks that are new or have never been there or are thinking about going or just not as familiar with your community, so they're kind of getting to know you. And so these questions are so important to answer. I think St. Luke's Indy does a great job. Where do I park? Oh, let me tell you, for both campuses, where do my kids go? This one was my favorite. I think it's so important to acknowledge. Will I have to say, sign, or give anything? Because how many times you go to a faith community and stand up and introduce yourself, or we're gonna really point you out or give you this button, or one time I got a gift bag from a church, which was really cool. I really appreciated, not the free stuff, which I really didn't even need, but just the intentionality. It was beautiful. But then I had it was wrapped in that I don't know what it's called, but it crinkles a lot. It was plastic. It was this beautiful wrapping, great. So now I'm carrying around this big mug with all this crinkling going on, and it's not a big church, and I'm walking around and it's and everybody knows I'm new because I've got this thing. So just think about that. But I think this is a wonderful acknowledgement of what is going to happen when you see my face and you don't recognize me. Great job answering that question. From here, I was clicking around on some of your social media profiles, which I think it's great you have them all linked. They're all active. St. Luke's Indy does a wonderful job on social media. So I'm nitpicking at this point, but I was just thinking about how you're so good at what you do, and you're also quite large of a community. You have a lot of staff, right? And so I believe you all have done some free downloadables in the past. And why is Instagram being so slow? Do you think it's down? Now, here we go. Oops, I didn't want to click in the link bio. The profile looks great and everything. Again, follow them. They're doing wonderful. But as a nitpicky thing, you could include a call to action at the end of your bio here, and maybe even something to download, download our whether it's eco-friendly church guide or eco-friendly. I think you all had a downloadable, and if that's not it, maybe you have something else. Just some kind of call to action to get people to okay, what do I do next? And you don't want to say come visit us in person. You want a way for people to connect digitally as well, because they might not be local to you, and you also can get their contact information that way if you set it up right. One other comment for St. Luke's here, and this will hopefully be helpful for other communities, is this is not your username. This is your username, St. Luke's Indy. Great. This is your name on Instagram. Okay, this is searchable. So how many people are going to type UMC versus maybe United Methodist if they're looking for United Methodist Church? So I don't know, maybe you want to put St. Luke's United Methodist Church. Maybe you want to include the town or the state up there so that when people are searching for church, Indiana or United Methodist Church, you pop up, because I'm not sure that you will. There's nothing up here that says Methodist. I know that you are Methodist. I know that that's like built into the DNA here. It's on the website, but searchability wise, that's not coming up for Instagram to find you and show you to people that want that. All right, 3 more things. I really love the groups in classes. This is not the page I was looking at. Find a group. So well organized, so wonderful. People take note. It's great to see that you have all these different classes here, but also just that you can find the details and you can even register. I'm sure that streamlines their process because they don't need everybody just emailing these people. They can just register. They can get some information. Now, as someone who might want a little more information before I go, I might want to see that contact information, so maybe it would be helpful to include. But I think it's just a beautiful way that you've streamlined all these groups, and for people to interact with the groups. There was one more page. Maybe it's under adults. Yeah. So I just have, again, this is like a nitpicky thing, but I wanted to point it out. I was kind of confused why the men's and women's ministry were separate. Now, maybe it's good to have because certain people would like that specific ministry, but I also noticed that when I go down to men's ministry and I click find a group in class, like this Tuesday at 1, 6:30, 11:30 does not look any different than when I click the same in the women's Tuesday at 1. I don't know, maybe you all separate. It's a little confusing. Also, just to throw it out there, as a affirming LGBTQIA plus friendly and inclusive and affirming community, like if I was a non-binary person coming on here and I was like, okay, you got men's, women's ministry and women's ministry, like where do I go? And if they're just the same links anyway, I don't know how helpful that is. Like men's small group. So like some of this information, yeah, certainly helpful. I don't know if you have an LGBTQ plus ministry, just something to think about, especially for more progressive affirming congregations, and maybe ask some of your LGBTQ plus folks, is that concerning? Is there a more helpful way to put this? Is there another category that needs to be listed? Do these need to be here, or can we just scroll down and find the information elsewhere? I don't know. There's a lot of options here, and so I'm not sure the best way to organize it. Wow, look at it. It just keeps going. I love this. Look, LGBTQ plus ministry. Fantastic. These all seem really important to me. Justice, contemplation. I think I was just confused why men's and women's was up here. I guess these are the categories. But then there's also just a regular everything category. So again, maybe just look at some of the organization. And for anyone else that is a more progressive community, just consider what it looks like to split genders, and if you have folks that are non-binary or trans, like how comfortable are they, and what does this look like for them? One more thing, back on your homepage, I know it like kind of makes things a little messy, but I do think it's helpful to have the time zone included, especially for something that's online. Now, I'm assuming I'm gonna find this information if I like keep clicking around and I try to find when to watch your community live. But on the homepage, it can be helpful just to include the time zone for the online services, because I'm in East Coast time zone, and if I am looking in Indianapolis, I think that's an hour different than me. It might be 2 hours different than me. I don't really know. And so it might be in my time zone too. Like it's just helpful for folks, as you know, they're not in your area, so they might not know where what time zone you are in. That being said, most of that stuff was nitpicky. Y'all kind of asked for it though when you were begging, but I loved it. Like, it made me laugh, and we are honored to review your site and your social, because y'all are doing amazing. And I would love everyone to follow St. Luke's Indy and just learn from what you're doing. And we're all learning together anyway. So thanks for stepping out and trying new things and putting yourself out there and being willing to do this website review. I think this was more than 5 minutes, but hopefully it was helpful in some way. If you'd like your church website reviewed, go find us on TikTok and give us a comment, give us a follow, and let us know, and we'll get to you. My name's Sammy, if I didn't even say that throughout this entire video, and I am part of Digivangelism, where we help progressive leaders of spiritual communities share hope, healing, and light online. If this video was helpful for you, like it, subscribe. We'll catch you next time.